Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures continued, issue number 4 from IDW. So remember how in the last issue I was complaining about how in issue number 2 we had the whole setup with Krang and Shredder finding the meteorite, but then in issue number 3 we didn't see them whatsoever? Well, we finally come back to that. So we actually start off this issue with Krang, Shredder, and the meteorite, and they're trying to basically cut into it, but they're not able to. Like, none of their tools are able to do anything. Krang asks, like, how were your ancestors able to turn half of the meteorite into a sword? And he mentions that they use magic. And Krang is like, well, we don't got magic, but we do have technology from Dimension X. So he contacts General Trag to try to get some more tools from Dimension X that he can use to hopefully operate on this meteorite. For anyone who doesn't know why they want to cut into this meteorite, basically a long time ago, Shredder's ancestors were able to use half of this meteorite and turn it into a sword that was able to cut portals into other dimensions. Like, every time you slash a sword, you can open up a portal to other dimensions. So Craig's thinking, well, with that kind of power, I can bring an entire army and take over the planet. So they're trying to turn this meteorite into a sword, but they don't have the tools to do it. So that's where Trag comes in, and he's going to send Krang a zero matter scalpel that should be able to cut into this meteorite. Meanwhile, with the Ninja Turtles, they are kind of briefed up on what this meteorite is, and they decide to go back to their lair to see if they can find where the meteorite is. Basically, Donatello comes up with the idea that, well, I don't think Shredder or Krang have the technology to operate on this meteorite. They're going to have to contact Dimension X. And I have created the system where anytime something from Dimension X appears, it'll ping me, the area. All we got to do is just wait for Dimension X to open up a portal, and then we'll know exactly where this meteorite is at. And we just have this like funny moment where Michelangelo's like, well, what if he's not able to shape the meteorite? And Donatello's like, well, like, what else is he going to do with it? And then Michelangelo has this image of Shredder slam dunking a basketball. So I guess, I don't know, Michelangelo thinks he's going to use the meteorite as a basketball, or maybe he's going to use it as like some kind of hoop or something. Basically, Shredder's going to get his slam jam on. I don't know why. I kind of had a chuckle at this. Just the image of Shredder slam dunking a basketball kind of just made me laugh. Yeah, they send the scalpel through the portal. However, instead of appearing in front of Krang, the portal just opens up in the middle of nowhere. Well, I should say it opens up in an area where Leatherhead lives. And he finds the scalpel and he believes it's some kind of fancy gun. And so he's going to go to town using this sci-fi gun. Meanwhile, the Turtles are like, well, we know where this item that Krang needs is at, so let's go track it down. Splinter's like, how about only 2 of you go? 2 of you can go find the item. You can get the assistance of the Punk Frogs, and the other 2 will stay behind and watch over the city. So we have Raphael and Donatello heading towards the pond swamp area where the Punk Frogs are, and then we get a team up. So we get a team up between the Punk Frogs, the Turtles, and they're taking on Leatherhead, because Leatherhead finds them, he shoots at them, and we just get this big showdown between our heroes versus Leatherhead. And that's what the majority of this issue is. The majority of this issue is basically the Turtles and the Punk Frogs struggling to take down Leatherhead. So yeah, it's great to see the Punk Frogs again, because I haven't seen them in a long while. I know they appeared in the Nickelodeon CGI TV series. I think they had an episode or 2. They had a couple of episodes, I believe. But the Punk Frogs are they're something. It's kind of funny that they're called the Punk Frogs when there's nothing punk about them. Like, first off, their names are, Attila the Frog, Genghis Frog, Napoleon Barna Frog, Rasputin the Mad Frog. There's nothing like punk about that. Like, you would think, okay, maybe they'll be called like Johnny Frogton, Sid Frogshus, like name them after like punk bands or punk members. or maybe dress them up like punks, but instead they're basically inspired by like Floridians, especially like the southern Floridians. They're basically like a mix of they're a mix of like Southerners and Florida, and yeah, kind of miss those little weirdos. But yeah, I'm kind of rambling. We get a fight scene between them and Leatherhead. It does not go well for the Turtles or the Frog Punks. They kind of just start getting their butt kicked, and they have to resort to some crazy tactics to be able to hold their own against Leatherhead. I'm not going to spoil the rest of the issue. I'll say it's been fun, and I like the fact that, okay, we're finally going back to what we set up in issue number 2. So this feels less like a filler issue and more like the setup for our next arc. Yeah, it was fun. I'm glad to see the Punk Frogs, and it looks like they're going to be making an appearance for the rest of this arc. At least they're on the cover for the next issue, so that's cool. Maybe we'll see some more forgotten Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle characters. I enjoyed the Saturday Morning Adventures Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles run, because that's how I got into Turtles in the first place. It was through these cartoons. I didn't get into the comics. I didn't. It was the cartoons which led me to the movie and the video games and the other TV series that came out. And then eventually, decades and decades and decades later, I got into the comics. So it's great to just see a return to the classic 80s cartoon series. Like, I miss those turtles. I know they're not the OG turtles, but to me they were the OG, because these are the original turtles that I grew up with personally. So it's just cool to see them. I'm hoping this series just continues, and yeah, I recommend it. Go check it out if you like the Ninja Turtles. It's a good read. If you want an issue or a series to give to your kids, this is definitely for them. And if you were a fan of the OG cartoon series, then yeah, this is definitely for you. Like, there's enough humor here that, adults can enjoy and stuff, even though it is targeted for kids. So there you go. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Saturday Morning Adventures Continued, issue number 4 from IDW. We have the return of Leatherhead and the Punk Frogs. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope to see you next time. Take care. Later. So what did you guys think of that video? Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe. Hit that bell for a notification. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't enjoy the video, thank you for watching it this far. And I hope the next video is more to your liking. Feel free to check out the playlist that you guys see. And I hope to see you guys next time. Later.